This is the story of Wilson, my gentle, resilient dog who's been through more than most animals ever should, and who's become a living reminder of what love, patience, and second chances can heal. Wilson's life didn't start easy. When he was rescued off the streets of South Los Angeles, he was only 6 weeks old, tiny, weak, and struggling to survive. He had an abscess on his nose from an old injury, and because of it, he had completely lost the ability to breathe through his nose. Every breath he took came through his mouth, labored and loud, and even while playing, you could see how much effort it took just to stay alive. Most people wouldn't have noticed him, just another small broken puppy in a city full of them. But somehow, he made it into the hands of people who cared. The shelter staff took him in, made sure he was safe, and reached out for help. That's how our paths eventually crossed, through compassion, through fate, through something bigger than coincidence. When I first saw Wilson, I didn't even realize he was struggling to breathe. He was wagging his tail so hard, eyes full of light, just happy to see someone. Then I heard it, the raspy, wheezy sound of each breath. My heart broke instantly. But there was something about him, something strong, almost unshakable, that told me he wasn't giving up, and I couldn't either. I promised him right there that I would fight for him, no matter what it took. What followed were months of appointments, tests, and late-night worries. His medical team went above and beyond, even reaching out internationally for answers. Eventually, a surgeon in New Zealand helped design a procedure that could give Wilson a chance to breathe again. The surgery was complex. They placed tiny tubes inside his nose and held them in place with small buttons on the outside for 10 long weeks. It wasn't easy for him, the healing process was slow, and there were days when I questioned if we were doing the right thing. But Wilson handled it with the quiet courage of a soul who somehow knew this was his chance at a real life. When the day finally came to remove the tubes, we all held our breath. The scar tissue had formed perfectly, creating new airways. For the first time in his life, Wilson could breathe.
Tube. There's one.
The first thing he did was smell. It sounds so small, but it was everything. He walked around the yard sniffing the grass, the air, even my hands, like each scent was a gift. We realized that not only had he never breathed normally, he had never smelled anything before. Watching him discover that part of the world for the first time was something I'll never forget. As Wilson healed, his heart seemed to grow even bigger. We were fostering a cat at the time, and to our surprise, the two became inseparable. From that day on, every litter of foster kittens we took in had Wilson as their gentle guardian. He'd lie still as they climbed all over him, patient as ever, letting them bat at his ears or nap on his back. One of those kittens was blind, a tiny, fragile little soul who found comfort only when she was near Wilson. Now, 2 years later, she still follows him everywhere. Wherever he goes, she's right behind him, trusting that he'll keep her safe. Watching them together is pure magic, two souls who see the world differently, yet somehow understand each other perfectly. Wilson has been called a unicorn by veterinarians, a one-of-a-kind dog who carries no resentment despite everything he's endured. Most animals with his medical history might be wary or fearful, but not Wilson. He's calm, patient, endlessly loving. He greets everyone like an old friend, even after all he's been through. And maybe the most beautiful thing about him is how he teaches other animals, and people too, what kindness looks like. The kittens who grow up beside him become confident, fearless, and affectionate. Families who adopt them always tell us the same thing. This cat isn't afraid of anything. And I know exactly why, because they learned bravery from the most gentle teacher I know. Wilson has shown me that healing isn't just about medicine, it's about love, trust, and the quiet strength of never giving up. He's proof that resilience and tenderness can coexist, that even the most wounded hearts can become the kindest. Every day, I thank him for surviving, for fighting, and for reminding me that the gentlest souls are often the strongest ones. If I could tell him one thing and know he understood, it would be this. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be part of your story. Thank you for teaching me that real love has no limits. You are my miracle, my calm, my joy, my reminder that even the most broken beginnings can lead to the most beautiful lives.
Are you waiting for any kind of magic words? Is that what's happening? Yes? Is the word breakfast? Do you want breakfast?